Hi everybody and welcome to Dollar Store Gourmet with Chef Mike. I got me a backdrop. That one's Venice and it's got the creases in it. I mean, it was folded up when it came. So I need to figure out if y'all know how to get those creases out of it. It seems to be vinyl. But I just thought it'd be something different to look at, put a little international flair on some of my videos. I probably won't use it for every video, but um, thought it would be something different for everybody to look at besides my refrigerator. So, all right, tonight I'm going to be making some chicken soup. I would just call it, Dollar Store Gourmet chicken soup. Uh, Now, this is the same as with the casserole. You could either use canned chicken, you can use fresh chicken, or you can use canned turkey. At the time, that's all they had was turkey. We went back today. They didn't have either one. They were out of both. So, in this one, I'll be using the turkey, but I would normally use chicken, so I would call this chicken soup. Um, so, I got 7 items, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items that I bought. 2 of the items are like leftovers from the last, uh, you know, video. So I'm using the rest of the rotini here, and I'll be using some more of this chicken broth. Probably I'm thinking about 2 cups. So also, they didn't have any cornbread, so sometimes I'm going to have to substitute with something about the same price, or maybe it'll be even a little less. But I mean, you can't. Dollar Tree, they'd sell so much stuff, you can't be for sure if they'll have everything you need every time you go. So I was gonna get a cornbread mix, but we got one of these. I believe we got this from Walmart, and I believe it was less than $1, if I'm not mistaken. But this is good cornbread to go with it. And here's the ingredients. I got 2 of the Hunt sauce, and they were out of this today too, for a new recipe that I'm going to be doing. So I had to buy another brand. But anyway, I'm going to use 2 of the Hunt sauce. 1 of the Hunt's diced tomatoes. Here's the 2 cans of turkey. You can put as much or as little as you want, or you could just make it vegetable. Either way. So I got 2 cans of this. I imagine that'll be enough. I'm thinking it will be. It just have to be. So, of course, the chicken broth. I'm going to use a bag of peas and carrots. You can also use whichever vegetables. If you like corn in it, you can add corn. Green beans, any kind of mixed vegetables really you want. This is what they had, so this is what I grabbed. The peas and carrots, and some cut okra. Okra is always good. Okay, and then I'll have the noodles, the rotini. I've already got them cooked, but I'm going to put them in. I'm going to put this all in here in a second. And then I'm going to bring it to a boil, and then I'm going to let it simmer for about a half hour, and then I'm going to put the noodles in because I don't want them to cook too long. And I'm probably going to simmer it for a total of an hour. You can also do this in the crock pot. I've done it before. If you just feel like, having it ready at a certain time, and you could fix it, at lunchtime or something like that, and it would be ready for dinner. Here's my go-to herbs, my go-to spices for about everything. Sometimes I add other things, but what I was thinking though, I like a little basil in it, and I grew some. I've got some growing actually right now, some basil. So I think I'll probably put a little bit of basil in it because it seems like it's really good and makes things taste good. But you, of course, don't have to. And sometimes I put oregano too and stuff. But basically what I'll be putting in this is it's like Mrs. Dash, garlic and herb, no salt seasoning. And this is a granulated garlic, same thing really as garlic powder. So I'm going to open all these cans up and everything, and then I'll show you putting it together here in the pot. So I'll be right back, everyone. Just hang out on the dock back here. Okay, I got 2 cups of the broth in here. I've chunked up the turkey. If you want more meat, you might want to put another can in there. This seems like enough for one meal. We may have some left over, I'm not for sure. Usually I have some left over when I make soup, but this pot is not as big as I usually use. Should work fine though. Okay, there's that. I'm going to put the diced tomatoes in. I'm not going to drain them. The tomato sauce. I may have to put some water in this too. I'm going to see. Okay. Hold on. I think I'm going to put 1 can of water in it. Well, let me put the other stuff in first. And I don't think I'm going to need the whole bag of this peas and carrots. Whatever's left, I'll add it to something else. A little less than half left. Save it for another time. And about the same. I'll have some of this left for another time. I use the bags of like different kinds of vegetables like this to make soup another time. Okay. I'm gonna put some this out of the way. Put some of the, probably about at least a tablespoon of garlic. Watch out, kitty. It's hitting for kitties. Good amount of, a little bit over a tablespoon maybe, or about a tablespoon. I will put a little bit of pepper in it. Maybe a half of a teaspoon. And a little bit of I'm going to put some coarse sea salt in here. Not much. Just a little bit. Not much comes out of this. It sounded like it, but it wasn't. That's not really that much. That's like a less than a teaspoon. Okay. Now I think I'm gonna put 1 can of water in it, and then that size regular can of water in it, because I still got to put the rotini in it. So now I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to simmer it for about a half hour. And at that time, I'll show you when I put the noodles in it, and then I'll show you when it's done. And I'll try it with some cornbread. Okay, so I got it stirred up good. All right, everybody, I'm going to get it going, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got the rotini in there. Stirring it around a bit. I did add about a teaspoon or a little more of basil and a half a teaspoon of oregano and a half a teaspoon of thyme. And it's made it more savory tasting. I tasted the broth. So I'm going to let this simmer for 20 to 30 more minutes, and then I'll serve some up, and Joy's going to fix some cornbread, and I'll have a taste. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, everybody. Got some in my bowl. It smells great. The noodles in there and everything. Got some cornbread right here. It's really hot. If I can get it to cool down some. Take a bite. It smells so good. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's absolutely delicious. Very healthy. Probably enough there for 2 meals. You could make more if you added a little bit more vegetables or a little bit more broth with it or something to stretch it a little further. If you have more people to feed, add a little bit more of the chicken or turkey. Nothing like some cornbread with it. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Dollar Store Gourmet with Chef Mike. If you did, I hope that you'll press the like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Coming to you from Venice with the little international flavor tonight. Keep cooking, everybody. Thanks for watching, and God bless.